Hi, and welcome back to Thone's 1 Peter Nibbles number 84, Call to Blessing, part 2 of 6. And this is the actual blessing we're talking about today. This all comes from 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 8 through 12, which we read last time. And we're talking about our acts of love to others. How we love others. We show people how much we love them. The communication is we cannot stop the evil acts of others. However, we can always respond with love to both good and bad acts of others. And, it's easy to respond to good acts of others in a positive way, but we have to really commit ourselves to a loving response to the bad acts of others. And whether this be forgiveness, or whether it be compassion, understanding why the bad act happened, or whether it be just loving the person because you know that that's what God wants you to do. All of those are good reasons for us to have this loving response even to those who do bad acts. Now the application to me, Dr. David Jeremiah, in his study Bible, comments on this area. The surest way to receive a blessing is to be a blessing to others. This is the opposite of repaying evil with evil or insult with insult. God does not want His people just to think the right thoughts. He wants them to live the right way as they interact with one another. Now, this points out the importance of our witness to others. Both our love from our heart and also our conviction of the God-sanctioned results of our acts. That is, if we don't have the confidence to know that even though what we're doing or saying may be difficult for us, then we have to have that conviction that when we're doing things that God wants us to do, those acts are going to be blessed by God, even though they seem perhaps out of character, depending on what our personality might be, or because they are certainly not the ways to win the hearts of the world. But we are trying to win the heart of one particular person at a time, and sometimes just speaking with them or commiserating with them is sufficient for that to happen. So that's a difficult pill to swallow sometimes, but we must be a blessing to others regardless of whether they are acting godly ways or not. We still have to be a blessing. And that's an important part of our assignment here on earth. God leads us with respond as a blessing to all others. And all is the key word there. It's easy to appear a blessing to a child or a grandchild or a spouse or a relative or many other things. Those are easy things to do, but we need to act as a blessing in our response to everyone. My response: Lord, thank you for loving us and giving us the opportunity to represent you in a loving way to others. If you think about it, what other options do we have? I mean, we are going to represent him in a loving way to others, and the chances are that includes a goodly number of others that we perhaps in our worldly self do not care to be treating well, but nonetheless we do. And in our world today, there's so much hate and dislike and prejudice, and I don't mean just the prejudices of the past, the racial prejudices or the ethnic prejudices, but there's so many kinds of prejudice. You know, we differentiate between people who are two people that are exactly alike in all those ways, and say, yeah, but this one is so-and-so and this one is so-and-so, and so therefore I'm prejudiced against that one, but I embrace this one. And that is not what God wants, because, again, the Son died for all. We'll talk to you again next time.